What is good, everyone? So we are back for another video, and this one is at least going to be talking about something that might bring up some controversy. What I just recently read was that terpenes, when burned, may actually not be good for you. And what I mean by that is, when I was looking at the article, it was specifically talking about dabbing. And when you dab, you're melting your material at such a high temperature, usually gonna be around like the 300, 400, 500 range. It really depends on how you'd like to hit it. But usually, from what I remember, like low temperature dabs are around like 375. But even then, still, with it being that temperature, that is still too hot for most terpenes. Now, terpenes, they all have pretty much a point to where it gets activated. Now, each terpene has like I said, they have a different activation point. So once it gets activated, there's a very short time to where you can actually gain the benefits of it, especially when you're burning it on an e-nail or a nail, or dabbing it just in any way, shape, or form. And that goes with vape pens as well. So what the article is basically saying is that when dabbing, it not only burns off those terpenes and giving you little to no benefit, but also they're saying that it may even be harmful for you, because the terpenes actually turn into, I think it's called methacrylene, which apparently has been known to cause tissue damage, as well as benzene, which also has been known to cause cancer, but it's also just in our air. The article, as I was reading more in the article, I pretty much just scrolled right down to the end, and I'll kind of give you guys the Cliff Notes version of it. But basically what they were saying at the end is that, say you were to take a 40 milligram dab, and that 40 milligram dab turns into about 7 nanograms of benzene. I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, what if I was to take 40 milligrams 20 times a day? Is that gonna be bad for me? I mean, some heavy dabbers, that's usually how many times a day they are dabbing. The question is gonna be, is that actually harmful for me? And as far as what we know right now I'm being clear here, as far as what we know right now, all we know is that it's not that harmful to you. From what they say, you are actually exposed to more benzene just by going to the gas station and pumping your gas. So obviously, if you were to pump gas once a week, you're not gonna die from it. Those same kind of rules apply to when you're dabbing. Now, obviously, you're not straight smoking benzene when you are pumping your gas. So I'm not too sure if those factors, change when it comes to smoking it and actually just inhaling it through, air. I just thought that was very interesting. And like I said, if any of you guys have any input or, know anything about something like this, then feel free to leave it down in the comments. Cause yeah, this was kind of eye-opening to me, especially because, I dab. I'm a dabber, but from what they're saying, even when you smoke, the terpenes still turn into that methacrylene or benzene. Regardless, you're not gonna be able to get away from it. It's going to happen. But as far as what we know of it being actually harmful to your health, I mean, so far so good. But at the same time, that's pretty much how we've been going with almost everything right now in the cannabis industry. We don't actually know if any of this is really harmful to us in any way. And I know there has been some research that has shown so, but at the end of the day, there's not enough research in order for anybody to have a conclusive answer as to whether or not terpenes can be harmful for you, and by ingesting them throughout your lifetime will, you know, end up being bad. But like I said, we're just gonna have to see. That was just another interesting topic that I thought would, you know, spark some interest for you guys as well, as far as, you know, thinking about how you want to consume. Because in that article, they say the best way is to have an edible. But from what I've heard, that in eating edibles actually put a toll on your kidneys, because, you know, your body has to metabolize it and process that. So, you know, at the end of the day, air is supposed to be the only thing that's going into your lungs, but, you know, there are people that have been smoking for their whole lives, and it didn't shorten their time, at least not from what we know. But at the same time, dabbing has only been around for just a few years. Like, yeah, there's definitely gonna need to be some more research regardless, whether it be on dabbing or on smoking or just cannabis in general. And like I said, if you guys have any comments or questions or concerns about this, or, you know, anything cannabis related, feel free to leave it down in the comments and I'll definitely get to them. And then if there's any comment or question that I don't really know how to answer, I'll try my best and, you know, go through it. But yeah, I think that's all that I wanted to get in this video. But, you know, as usual, thank you guys for being here, watching every single video, or, you know, any video, period. We're gonna be putting out more videos, more content on other platforms. And yeah, like I said, things are gonna be changing this year. Alrighty guys, I'll see you on the next one. Deuces.